What's up, ladies? What's up? What's up? Don't mind me, just putting on chapstick. I am going to just start some music for just like 60 seconds while we wait for other people to hop on here. Give me just a few moments and we'll get started. Good morning, Tiara.
Keep my hands on myself.
Just 30 seconds.
Take out dust and move, put on makeup on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl as I need. Am I coming out of left field?
Tag your friends if they're not here yet, ladies.
I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over
Good
now,
morning.
but I feel it still.
Me too. A couple more seconds.
Let me kick it like it's 1986 now.
Good morning, ladies.
Over now, but I feel it still. Driving around the mountain peak.
Me too, Melissa. Always excited to be here. All right. Let's get started. Okay, cool. All right, so just really quick for any of you who are new, who didn't catch the introductions last week or didn't catch yesterday, just want to give real quick background of who I am so you know who you're listening to when you take this nutrition information. So my name is Kristen. I am a certified personal trainer and a certified performance nutritionist. I choose macros because of how laser specific I can get with each individual. There are many ways to skin the cat with nutrition. There are many different ways to be successful with nutrition. But in my opinion, macros are very sustainable for life. They teach you balance. They teach you what your specific body needs in terms of protein, fat, carb, because every single person is different. No two people can have the same macros. It doesn't make sense because no two people are the same. Let's see. So I've been a trainer for 11 years. I have my bachelor's degree in exercise science and my master's degree in international business. And I have lots of certifications in terms of corrective exercise, mindset and behavior change, nutrition, Olympic weightlifting, like so many things. I love fitness. I love serving women in this way. I really believe it's my calling in life. Cool. Okay, beautiful ladies. Oh, good, Kath, I can finally see your name. Good. If there are instructions that say, I'm using StreamYard, click here, please click there. Just authorize them to let me see your Facebook name and then only when she's here. Okay, great. I'm going to throw these back on. So today we're going to learn how to fuel your body with what it needs without the overwhelm, without the confusion, to just make it nice and easy. Today, I really wanted to focus on the things that trip ladies up most so we can just find the solution, practice, right? So drop a 1 if you saw change or wins from yesterday. What wins did you see yesterday? We had that live weightlifting form and technique. Who put in their, let's see, still morning, I'm waking up. Who put in the effort to practice some of the form techniques that we chatted about? Drop a 1 or drop your win. Awesome. I'd love to see it. And actually, while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up the giveaway information because I know we have a challenge today. Sweet. I missed it yesterday, ladies. Sorry. Yesterday, post a selfie and say one form technique you focus on. You can do that here. Awesome. I love these ones coming in. Heck yeah. RDL is on point. Love it. Go ahead and even post a selfie today and be like, this is what I'm working on. Tempo, the hip hinge, whatever it is. And I'll give you your challenge at the end of this. Okay, let's jump right into it. All right, here are the problems that I see that we're going to answer today. Oops. My father is calling and he is my child. So let me just quickly check in with him for 2 seconds. Okay. We all know that kiddos come first if you are a parent. So I'm just going to monitor that. Okay, so here's the problems I see. Going off track during the weekend. Going off track with spur of the moment events or dinners. Going off track when eating out. So when I say off track, I mean, obviously not hitting your macros, right? Not really sure what to do. Going off track during travel, not having the energy to track your macros all day, every day, not having the energy to cook, okay? Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm texting my dad. My son wants his blanket. I'm like, no, sorry. Okay. Okay, so let's go these one by one. So solution. The first one, right? Going off track during the weekend. This is really common, and people are awesome during the week and just go off during the weekend. Drop a 2. Is this you? Do you struggle a little bit on the weekend? There is no shame. There's no shame for not being perfect because it's not an indicator of failure. We need to nip that in the bud right away. It is never an indicator of failure. Going off track is simply a piece of biofeedback that says something's wrong. Something just needs to be changed. It's not a space to beat yourself up. It's like, whoops, okay, I just need to adjust something. That's it. I see all these 2s. Okay, so let's nip it in the bud. So here's a few suggestions. First of all, become aware of the reason why you fall off track. That is the first key to success. Awareness in everything. It is not woo-woo. Seriously, you must have awareness to understand why you're coming off track. 1, is it boredom? That is like the number 2 reason why people fail with their diet. They boredom eat, okay? Get out more. Plan more activities. Move more. Do more things with the family. Essentially, do things to take your mind off it. Yeah, a lot of times, honestly, in this culture in America, we work so hard during the week. We grind and hustle that on the weekend, we're so tired and we just want to sit on the couch and do nothing and veg out. That is not a healthy lifestyle at all. That's like an all or nothing lifestyle, right? So have more activities, do more things, be more active, enjoy your life more. Why is food the center of the attention anyway? If you're bored, go walk, right? If you're bored, drink a lot of water. Like, have a competition with your husband or your kids or your sister or whoever and be like, okay, who can drink more water today? That's awesome. Your stomach will be so full you won't even want to eat. You'll be so focused on water. Boredom eating, there's lots of solutions. Just find something else to do. Now, the second thing that maybe you're getting off track on the weekends is that you just want to relax and enjoy the foods you love. This is part of boredom, but it's not really boredom. Like, you really just want to relax and enjoy the foods that you love. Okay? Drop a 3 if this is you. I don't want to track during the week. Ooh, heck yeah, Melissa. 130 ounces of water. Yeah, girl. Love it, love it, love it, love it. 126 is what I recommend. I think that's a gallon. I think that's fantastic. So just wanting to relax, enjoy the foods you love, and not really wanting to deal with tracking. Is this anybody? I don't see any 3s. Yeah, thank you. That was my number 3. Yes. I'm just going to make a little note there. That was number 3. Good. So we at least have 1. So I'll answer at least for you. See if there's any other people coming in. Here is what I recommend. Work those foods into your day first, right? You can still have really nice, comfort, soul foods all day, but work them in your food diary first. You can enjoy your food. Oh my gosh, I have the best trick to share with you guys. But you can enjoy your food, enjoy the comfort foods that just have smaller portions. How do we know what portion size to eat? We track it. First, this is what pre-planning is. You put all your food in MyFitnessPal the night before or the morning of, before you eat anything. This ensures success as long as you follow it, right? So this is an awesome tool for whatever reason I am just coming about to teach. Chew your food more. This is something I learned and have applied over the last week, and it has been an insane game changer. My portions that are like good, healthy portions, 4 ounces of meat, 150 gram of veg, and like about 100 gram of carb, suddenly is too big for me now. In 32 years of life, that has never been too big. And then suddenly this is way too big because I'm chewing. So I learned this from a book called Close Your Eyes, Lose Weight, and it's about hypnotherapy and weight loss and basically getting over the things that have been holding you back, like your subconscious programming and all the things. And she says that one solution, not to change the subconscious, but just one conscious solution we can do is chew until your food is liquid. Not only does that help you more mindfully eat, it also helps your digestion. So you don't have massive, huge chunks of food in your belly that now you're feeling exhausted after you're eating because your body is having, and your digestive tract is having to break down food that you should have chewed better. It's amazing how much longer your food lasts. I can eat a bowl of food in 5 minutes. Now it takes me like over a half an hour. I'm like, wow, this is a lot nicer. I feel a lot better. And I don't feel starving after my meals. Now I'm like, it's actually hard to finish my meals. That's the weirdest thing. Has never happened. Yes, especially for all my clients, chew your food. I want to bring up this comment from Tiara. She made pork shoulder yesterday, pre-tracked it, and had it work in her macros. Now, pork shoulder is high fat, right? It's not the healthiest food, but this is what balance is about. We don't have to eat only salads, only chicken, only non-fat cottage cheese, only vegetables for the rest of your life. Is that sustainable? Absolutely not. And so she was like, I want to eat this pork shoulder because this is delicious. And she made it fit in her macros. So now she's teaching her body how to be healthy, how to be fit, and still have the balance to eat different foods. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. Okay, good. So here was a recommendation too. So of course, work it in your day, but where'd my note go? Now, just take this how you want, okay? Here is a recommendation for people really struggling to bust over the weekend. I always encourage, depending on the macros, about 500 grams of veg daily and 300 grams of fruit daily. Now, if you're really struggling on the weekend, something you can do while you're learning the new lifestyle is make your week more fruit, vegetable, whole food focus and allow those more soul food, comfort foods, kind of crappy food. I hate to say that, but it is like once we realize like, actually we were conditioned all of our life that crappy food is a reward. If you're a really good boy, you can have a piece of cake. If you're a really good girl, you can have a piece of candy. It's like, why am I getting rewarded something that's poisoning me if I'm good? So it's really not your fault that you feel and think and act the way you do. It's really not. It's our responsibility to change it, but it's not your fault, your habit. So don't be hard on yourself. It's just making minor changes. So anyway, you can have your week more full of healthy foods and then have the weekend more full of comfort foods while you practice a lifestyle. But again, it comes down to portion sizes and pre-planning your food, okay? As long as you're within your macros, you'll see fat loss, but the way your energy goes up, the way your mood goes up, your sex drive goes up, your confidence goes up, just feeling good from the inside out, a lot of it is your food choices, okay? Especially gals with PCOS. I have a ton of clients with PCOS and they do very well with carbohydrate, even though they were told for years that they can't have carb. It's the type of carbohydrate. Oftentimes doctors and some nutritionists even, and just random people out there who think they know everything about nutrition, they'll essentially tell you carbs are bad or fat is bad or this food group is bad or this is bad or this is bad. It's like, hold up. No, what's right for my body? What's going to serve my body and my mind, right? So that's what we need to focus on is what's perfect for you, not what's perfect for anyone else, because no two people are the same. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I said, I encourage you day after day, move more towards 100% health focus, right? But recognize where you are, respect and have gratitude for where you are and the small changes that you continue to make because they compound into a total life change. Again, I'm not a woo-woo person, but I really align with like self-love and we have to love ourselves. And so the more we love who we are now, the much easier and efficient it is for lifelong change. Keep that in mind. So if you're hating on your body in the mirror, you're not getting anywhere. You're spinning yourself in circles. Okay. Next, getting off track with spur of the moment events and dinners. Drop a 4 if this is you. You're like, what the heck am I supposed to do? I had my day planned, and now my husband or whoever, if you're single, hey ladies, but now so-and-so, my friends are like wanting to have me over, and I don't want to say no because I want to hang out and be a good friend, and I don't want to hurt their feelings, but now I can't be off track. Now I can't do anything. Yeah, all the floors falling in. Okay, this is actually really easy. This is really, really easy. Okay, here is awesome. Good, okay. Not awesome, but awesome that you're here. Let's solve it. Now, this is, again, just my recommendation. This is what works for me, what works for most of my clients. It works if you apply it, okay? How much space did you pre-plan for your dinner? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself. How much space do you have? For me personally, I like to plan like 550 calories, sometimes 600 calories. So I will put in there, even if I have no idea what I'm gonna eat for dinner, I always put this in there. I put 4 ounces of chicken, 100 to 150 grams of rice, 150 grams of stir-fry veggies, whatever I have, 20 grams of yum sauce. It's an almond-based condiment, so it's fat. And a fiber one brownie. So a big dinner and a piece of dessert, okay? Then when dinner comes, I might eat that, or I usually delete the whole thing, and then I have this beautiful empty space to eat whatever I want. It's wonderful. That is plenty of calories to go eat dinner out with your friends. Yum sauce is so good. Yeah, it is. Not yum sauce, cafe yum sauce. Way different. That should give you plenty of space. But now here's the other issue. But I don't know how my friend made that meal. I have no idea what they put in that meal. That's okay, because nothing is about perfection. Nothing. You can see drastic, life-changing, lifelong transformation and results without being perfect. Macros is not about all or nothing. The all or nothing approach, at least in my philosophy and bubble and all of you in this space, all or nothing approach does not exist, because that sets people up for failure and it makes people feel like crap about themselves. And that is not what we're about. We are about loving where we are, loving who we are, recognizing we are amazing just as we are, and continuing to push forward towards health, towards abundance, towards wealth in a good way. Wealth is not bad. Wealth is a good thing. We can't serve anyone if we're another mouth to feed, right? Tangent, but it's like, we are higher beings. We need to stop living below the line. That is not where we belong, okay? And it's us. It starts with us, right? We don't have to allow the environment to control us. We control everything. We control internally everything, okay? It's going to be a tangent day. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, beautiful. So here's what I would do. So let's say your friend is making lasagna. It's like, oh my God, how am I going to track that? What I personally do is I will look up lasagna. Let me actually share my tablet screen and let's do this together. I'll be quick, okay? Can y'all see what's happening? 1 second, ladies. Why are you not on here? Can y'all see my Fitness Pal? Okay, 1 second, real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, perfect. So I hope that's not too small. So let's say, I'm just going to type it in lunch. Your friend is making lasagna. Lasagna. Okay. Now, can y'all see that okay? Okay, good. Good, okay. Now, you see these green check marks. Aim for options with green check marks. That means that my Fitness Pal has deemed it solid. Okay. Now, with the green check marks, there's a 275, there's a 450, there's a 250, there's a 165, ignore that one. There's a 225. So what I'm seeing is 275-ish is about average. To me, that seems a little low, just like understanding what's in lasagna. I would, if it was me literally going, I would choose this one. There's way more fat than that. This is something that you'll know just when you practice tracking, when this is your lifestyle. There's way more fat than that because lasagna has a ton of cheese. How can you possibly have 3 grams of fat of cheese if there's cheese in there? That's incorrect. This is way more accurate. Way more accurate. medium protein, high fat, pretty high carb, medium high carb. Okay. What I would personally do if I was doing this is I would take a very small portion, smaller than your stomach wants, small portion at your friend's house, not bringing attention to yourself on how small it is, but like just a small size, okay? I personally would track 0.75, so about 340 calories. To me, this is safe. This is safe. But a couple things I would do. I would drink a huge glass of water before I ate. Your tummy gets nice and full. Drink a huge glass of water, honestly, every single meal before you eat. You'll be surprised that you'll actually see fat loss happen just from doing that. So huge glass of water. And you're like, how do you even decide 0.75? Well, 350 calories is a lot of food. Like that's an entire meal. Your friend might have wine. Your friend might have bread. Your friend might have salad, right? So I would choose a small portion, not to fill me up, and I would choose this high of calories because I think it would give me a safety net. I would way rather overtrack than undertrack, way rather. Okay. And then your friend also has Caesar salad. I pray to God your friend did not mix the dressing in there and you can do it yourself, but that's really not always the case. So here is Caesar salad. Same thing, I would choose a check mark. So let's choose Panera. Okay, high fat. This means that this Caesar salad is already tracking the fat because otherwise, unless it has a little Parmesan, there would be very little fat, okay? Maybe if it was like 5 or 6, my guess would be no dressing, added Parmesan. Again, that knowledge will come so easy to you the more you practice, the more you understand what you're eating, the more you understand what's in your food, okay? So I would just track this just like this if I wanted some salad, just to be safe. Look at that. Now we're sitting at 500 calories already. I would skip the bread because we're allotting ourselves 550 to 600. However, I would have a glass of wine. So if you're not a wine drinker, eat your bread, right? It's just a trade-off. Wine is not carbs. Wine is a macro. Excuse me. Alcohol. Sorry. Alcohol is a macro. There's hardly anything in wine except alcohol when it's done. Good wine. So don't think about it as carb. You can't think about alcohol as carb. Beer has a lot of carb, but alcohol in and of itself is a macro, okay? My Fitness Pal just doesn't have it. It should be sitting right here. Seriously. Oh, you probably can't see my mouse. It should be sitting. Can you see? Right? Oops. Whatever. Right there. Right next to protein between calories, it should say alcohol. Okay, ladies, does that help you? Does this help understand what to do? Having that space, pre-planning that space, a good amount of space for dinner. And even if you're at home and you're feeling snacky, hopefully you have a little bit left over, right, in the evening. So drop a chat. What is my words today? Good. Drop in the chat. Did this help? Because if you want to keep going over it, let's keep going over it. I really want this to answer your question. I want you to feel really good about it. If you don't feel good about it, drop what questions you have because this is your time to ask questions. This is your time to understand. This is your time, good, to become a master of macros. So it's easy, easy. Listen to these words, easy fat loss. Take that into your mind. Imagine what it would feel like to easily lose fat and easily shape your body. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced it? If not, track your macros and lift weights. No, but really, it can just be easy. It's just practice. Practice makes progress. Okay, good, ladies. Good. Okay, now, here is what I want to say. Be careful here. You can smash 600 calories and feel like you ate nothing. Look at that piece of lasagna. When people say, I barely eat anything, but I keep gaining weight, quantity, you might not be eating a lot, but it's so full of calories that one bite is like 200 calories. And you're like, I barely ate, but it's like, it's your choices. It's just your choices. If you're eating less than your body needs energy-wise, you can't gain weight. So if you're overweight, it means you ate more than your body needed. Nothing to be shameful about. It's totally just life. Get an awareness, accept where you are, forgive the past, move forward. That's it. Okay. Let me see what else. Slow bites, chew your food fully. I did put that on here. Lots of drinks between bites. Put your fork down. It doesn't have to be like this. I do it too, honestly. Put your fork down, take a drink of water, engage in conversation. Like, really, let's just be way more mindful. The food's not going anywhere. It's okay if we're slow. If someone's like, you eat slow. Who cares? Okay, well, instead of focusing on your judgment, I'm going to focus on my health. People will judge you always, right? Who cares? We just got to let it go. Okay, here's the next thing. Spur of the moment dinners. Oh yeah, I already said that. I have no idea what they're cooking. Yep, eat a small portion. Aim to finish a bit hungry. I think it's the French. They stop when they're 90% full, and that's why people are so fit or thin, right? Even though they eat pastries. Don't stop when you're full. Then you're stuffed. Then you're overfull. That is an American thing that we do, and we got to stop. It's kind of gross, you know. Okay, great. Now, here is another, whoever said my husband is getting on me, here's a quick tangent. And what we have to remember, people speak and act and think through their perspective, through their conditioning since they were a baby. So what they say to us, how they judge us, how they view us, actually has nothing to do with us. Your husband, this might not be true, but your husband maybe as a kid was told, you eat too slow, you need to eat faster, we're taking the food off the table, there's not enough, kids are starving, who knows? And so in his mind, something is wrong with eating slow. And so that's the perspective he's projecting. It's not his fault. It's really not his fault. It's simply our programming, our subconscious conditioning since we were a kid. Some people self-sabotage themselves of losing weight. Why? Oh, I'm lazy. I don't have willpower. No, so actually that's not. That's simply a symptom of the root. The root may be that when you were a kid, someone told you you'll never be healthy. You'll never be fit. You're going to be overweight your whole life. So your subconscious believes that. And when you start getting fit, your subconscious is like, no. I have to protect you because we know that our truth is that we're overweight forever. So we can't do that. And so then you eat the whole cake and you're like, what's wrong with me? I suck. Why can't I do this? It's not you. Take responsibility to change. But how we change is we have to find the root. We have to find the root story. This is what hypnotherapy does. This is why I have become so obsessed with it so quickly, because it is just rapid change after rapid change, because it's just immediate access into finding your root. Like, it's you doing the work. The work can't be done without you doing it by yourself, right? No one can get in your mind for it. You have to be the one to do the work. But the point is, it's just finding the root story. So then you can say, oh, I'm not going to live like that anymore. I'm going to be an overcomer and choose to be fit. Even though my mom told me my whole life I'll be overweight. I know that you don't have to be mad at her. That was her subconscious conditioning as a kid. That's not projecting on you. So instead of unconsciously projecting that on your kids, let's nip it in the bud with our generation. That is like what I will do for my kid too. Is a lot of crap that you really got to just get it out. Okay, this is about nutrition. No, but mine says huge in nutrition. Okay, good. Now, here's one thing I want to say for people who are still learning the tracking, because we're not robots. Sometimes, even if we have the tools, sometimes it's like, I don't have the energy to track at my friend's house right now. I'm just going to start again tomorrow. That's okay to an extent. It's taken away from your results, but again, it's about practice, right? Choose the healthier option. Take the time to practice choosing smaller portions, choosing healthier options, choosing water or unsweetened iced tea instead of wine. That's what I'm currently working on, because I love wine, honestly, just because it tastes so good. Anyway, take the time instead of being like, screw it, I'm just going to track again tomorrow, so I'm going to get in all the food while I can. It's like, but why would we do that if we really think about it? If we really think about it, why would we hurt ourselves like that? Physically and mentally, why would we damage ourselves like that? So then we feel bloated, our mind is hurting, we can't comprehend words as much, our self-confidence goes down. It's like, oh my gosh, we have so much more power than we think. And food is not reward. That's one of the biggest subconscious reprogramming we have to do is food is not reward. It shouldn't be. And crappy food is not reward. Sugar releases dopamine. It makes us really happy fast, but exercise is the same thing. Meditation does the same thing. We just have to step into that being our lifestyle instead of the cycle of sugar. And it just takes practice. It literally just takes practice. It's good to have someone for accountability. Always. We all need it. Every one of us. Okay, good. Now, what's the next one? Eating out. Let me see. I seriously bought my own measured out foods to my friend's birthday party. That's awesome. That's awesome. If that is comfortable for you, do it. That's amazing. That's like 100% success, right? You already know what you're eating. But for those who don't do that, it's not a requirement because I know some people get a lot of kickback for that. It's really hurtful. And when you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle and people are just nailing you with negativity and judgment, it can be really hard. And so to me, in my mind, that would be a trigger that could push someone down. And so just know you. Whatever works for you is best. That's the thing. Remember, there's no one right way for anybody. It's whatever works for you personally to get you healthier, to get your life thriving in every area you want it to. What gets you there is best. Okay. I love your boldness, Kimberly. That's badass. Okay, eating out. Drop a 5 if eating out is tough. You like eating out, but it's frustrating because it's like, how do I track it? I can either eat out, enjoy my food, have fun, or I can love my body and be fit. Do you feel like that? Drop a 5 if you feel like, and maybe not always, but sometimes if you feel like it's one or the other. Let's see. Goodness, ladies. Sorry for all these. Let me turn these off. My premier clients, do not forget, in 30 minutes, we have Mindset University. Mighty Networks, groups, premier. I'll go live there. Okay. I see these 5s. Okay, perfect. Good morning, Stephanie. I love all these names I can see. Okay. Now, I am actually going to go through this with you. So can someone please drop me a restaurant or a food item that they want me to track and fit in the day? Anything. Drop anything. Honestly, the biggest problem with eating out is people just don't know how. They feel so lost. It's like, I don't even know where to start. It's so overwhelming. Texas Roadhouse. Okay, McDonald's. Let's do Texas Roadhouse because I don't want to encourage tracking McDonald's. All my love to whoever said that. Restaurant hamburger, that's a good one. Let's see if Texas Roadhouse has a burger, and I'll share the screen, okay? Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. So let's just go, let's go ahead and do the Smokehouse burger. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen in just a second. They're forcing me to type in my zip code, so... Just a second, ladies. Oh, there's no Texas Roadhouses. Kath, can you drop me a zip code? There's like nothing anywhere near me. Or a state? Are you in New York still, Kath? How is there no Texas Roadhouse? 06515. Thank you, love. There we go. Okay. There we go. Salem. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go to view menu. So let me go ahead and share this tab here. Where'd it go? Can y'all see that? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna track it because I can't share 2 screens at one time, and I'll walk you through it, and then we will go from there. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. This actually has the macros. Look at that. That is nuts. That is nuts. It's cool, but rare. So actually, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. Let me track it, and then let's see how close I was. I've never done this, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Okay, no. Okay, so here's what I would do. Honestly, the very first thing I would do is I would just type in smokehouse burger, and I would just see what comes up. So let me do that, and don't worry, I will show you these things. So typing in MyFitnessPal smokehouse burger, and a bunch of them come up. And actually, let me go ahead and switch screens because this is pretty awesome. So let me pop this back up. Okay, good. So I typed in smokehouse burger. This is what I found. The one with the green check mark is 820 calories. Being a burger lover, I know that usually it's more with the fries and stuff. I do see one from Chili's. Oh my God, that's insane. Smokehouse burger. I would actually choose this one. I would eat half of it. Okay. I would eat half of it, and I would eat probably like a third of my fries. And that's about how much I would check. Look at all that fat. It's okay. Fat's not bad. I'm just like, wow. It's like my whole day right there. Yeah, I have 8 grams of fat left for the day. Okay, so that is what I would track. It's that simple, right? Now, oh, shoot, it says right there, 1440 calories. I didn't realize it said that right on top. So actually, you guys, that was really close if it was the whole burger. That was really close. But now here's the thing, because had you not known that, and we typed in smokehouse burger, listening to, go for the green check mark, go for the green check mark, you probably would have felt like you could have eaten the whole thing and it would have been only 820 calories. So this is kind of a problem. But in reality, there's not really any way to fix it other than practice, other than understanding what's in your food. So what you can do too is look at the menu like we did and see the calories. But so here, knowing how high calorie burgers are, here's what I would have done if I would have picked this one. I still would have eaten half my burger, and I probably would have eaten all my fries to have it be 820. Okay. If you're eating a whole burger, it's always over 1,000 calories. Usually it's always over 1,000, especially with one like this. But here's the other thing you can do. If you're just looking at this screen, you can see there's a 900, a 800, 700, 800, 900, 700, 1,300, 11, 14, 9. The 4 is out, right? If you take about the average is about 1,000. Okay. So pick about 1,000. And that's it. So here's what I tell my clients. Even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter because your program is designed around your lifestyle and results. And so if there's a consistent error with how you live your life, it doesn't matter if we find it or not because your program will reflect what you need. Does that make sense? So it's like the back end will already take care of the front end issues. As long as you're just living your life just normal, your back end will always take care of the front end issues. If you're doing your macros yourself, you think you're tracking correctly, you're living your life, you're doing your best to track your best estimate of your macros. And let's say you're not losing weight. If fat loss is your goal, you're gaining weight, you're thinking in your mind, my macros are off, my macros are wrong for my body. That might be, your macros might be too high, but also you might be tracking incorrectly. What does that mean? Drop your macros. It's okay because it will take care of it. Whatever the issue was, it will take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So even if you think, oh my gosh, I can only eat 1,400 calories, but maybe you're actually tracking 1,550 and you don't realize it. Do you get what I'm saying? So the point of all this is you definitely don't have to be perfect because as long as you are consistent in tracking your best, as long as you are consistent in tracking your results and consistently working towards a healthy lifestyle, these nitty gritty things will work themselves out very easily, very, very easily. Okay. I love that Texas Roadhouse. Oh my gosh, that makes more sense. The 1440 is including the fries. I was like, dang, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, exactly. So if we did 1440, we ate half the burger and all the fries, 800, that'd be like 600. A little low. I would probably do, if you ate half a burger and all your fries, or like half your fries, I would account for like 900 just to check. Now, how the heck do you work this in your plan? Do it first. If I wanted to go eat this, let's say one, I'm going to go eat my burger today and my fries, 1330. Good. Okay. Good. So it's good. Then I only have 159 calories left, and all I've had is breakfast. That's freaking nuts. That's nuts. I'm not going to do that to myself because that's a massive meal. If your body's not using the energy that you're consuming that much, you're going to gain fat. This is actually something I tell my clients. If they're hitting their macros perfectly, like we're definitely in a deficit. If I know they're true maintenance and we're in a deficit and for some reason their body's not seeing a lot of change, the first thing I ask is, how are you spacing out your meals? Almost every time, if someone is not losing weight and they're hitting their macros, it's because they're saving a bunch of calories at night or eating a bunch of calories at one time, maybe in the morning or whatever, but they're eating a ton of calories at one time, like 1,000-calorie meal. Your body just simply doesn't need that much energy. Therefore, what does it do with excess energy? Stores it as fat. So it's right. It's harder to drop fat. It's not just about calories in, calories out. There are so many variables. Okay. Do you feel more confident? Do you want me to do another one? Oh, so you wouldn't weigh it. Oh no, I would never weigh it. No. If I'm out at a restaurant, I don't weigh it. And actually here, ladies, let me show you. I save this one meal that I love because I eat it all the time. So I really like to go to Maryhill Winery in Vancouver, Washington waterfront. It's like my favorite place to go almost. And I always eat the Caesar salad. And so I saved it in my meal. And so I do the chicken Caesar and I do dressing on the side and I dip my fork and then I take my bite of food. But I overtrack. So I do, where's my dressing? I do 22 mils or grams. It's the same thing of dressing. 15 is 1 tablespoon. That's a pretty small amount. So I do 22 mils just in case. And I eat like a tenth of what they give me. They give so much. The croutons, I chose randomly 13 milliliters because I brought a bag of Caesar salad home and I weighed it. Before I did that, I counted the croutons, honestly. And then I found an option that allowed me to count. The romaine, I do a random amount. I'm sure it's not 250 milliliters, but it's 8 calories. So I really don't care. The Parmesan, I do so 0.3 cup. I think it might actually be 0.25. I think it's just rounding. I look at it at home, right? I see how much cheese do I see on my scale and how many calories is it? And again, I say the more you see the food on the scale, the more you see what the food is in MyFitnessPal, the more awareness and understanding you have about food and how it makes you feel full-wise. So it just gets way easier and easier and easier every time you track out. I remember the first time that I was able to be like, I tracked like, I think 800 calories for something and I was hungry. And so I was like, I tracked incorrectly because I know how my body feels after eating 800 calories. You'll get there. It's super cool. Macros gives you so much insight into your body. Like it's amazing. It's really amazing. Okay, good. Ladies, can you tell me, was this helpful? I know it was a little bit all over the place. So let me know if this was helpful. We can go over anything else in this category. Oh, I do have a few things though for eating out. So good. Go ahead and drop the comments to make sure it was helpful. Let me tell you these things as well, and then I'll come back and check. So here's a few rule of thumbs, okay? I used to, when I was tracking out, I would break apart the meal. So if I was eating like grilled halibut tacos, which is a great option when eating out, it's so easy to track and like it's fantastic, right? It's 2 tortillas, it's some grilled whitefish, and then usually just some vegetables. Awesome option. I used to track 2 tortillas, 4 ounces of fish, this and this, and I would totally break it apart. That's fine. That's fine. Then I realized how much easier was it to just type in grilled halibut tacos. Okay. You can go either way, do what works best for you. I now just type in, but for the most part, I type in the whole thing, unless it's something I do all the time, like that salad from Maryhill, because I like to be as close as possible on macros. So if you want to break it apart like that, here's a good rule of thumb. Track 4 ounces of meat. Unless otherwise specified on the menu, most restaurants will just give you 4 ounces. It's a standard size. Track 1 tablespoon of oil that you cannot see. It's there. And ask the waiter or the waitress, please don't add any oil to my food, please, or butter. The only kickback I've ever heard I've probably asked this 50 times, no lie. The only kickback I've ever heard, and I've heard it multiple times, is, but it won't taste as good. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I actually like the taste of vegetables. Like, I don't need them doused in butter. So whenever someone does a kickback, it's not that they're judging, usually. They just don't understand. But like almost always, that's what they just don't understand. So don't take it as a hit. Just be like, whatever, they're just operating from their perspective. Okay. Track 3/4 cup of carb and eat half. So this is a rule of thumb. Track 3/4 cup of carb and eat half. Now, if you're weighing your food at home, don't ever use cups and tablespoons. Extraordinarily active. You might as well not weigh it. You might as well not measure it, honestly. It's awful. And it'll make you feel frustrated because your results will be all over the place. But the reason I say 3/4 cup when out is because it's easier. It's easier to remember. I've done a lot of math of how much do they give, how much is each food in terms of calories. And so for me personally, I came to the conclusion, if I track 3/4 carb, French fries, I usually do a cup, but mashed potatoes, rice, whatever it is, I track 3/4 cup and I eat half of the portion they give. They give way too much food. We're just used to eating that as Americans. Okay. Here's another rule of thumb. Track 20 grams of fat for dressings and dip your fork. Just dip it in the dressing, then your food. Do not take your food and dip your food in the dressing. Dip your fork and then take a bite. Quick story. Excuse me. Actually, so Kimberly, use a scale at home versus cups and tablespoons. Do not ever use cups and tablespoons, ever, when weighing your food for MyFitnessPal. Never, never. It's super inaccurate. Last time I was sharing this, I had so many DMs of people saying, oh my God, I was using a tablespoon and then I weighed it and it was double what I thought. I'm like, yeah, it's too easy. It's way too easy. It's horrible. Yes, I would never recommend using cups and tablespoons. Only grams or milliliters, same exact thing on this scale and on MyFitnessPal, or ounces. Okay. So here's my story. I took a client out for lunch a while back. It was a male, and I was teaching him how to eat out, restaurant-wise. Really old friend of mine, and I was teaching him how to, Stephanie, I'll answer that question in just a sec. I was teaching him how to basically pick a healthy option from the menu, and then we tracked it together. We ordered the exact same thing. It was a salmon salad. It was super good. And I told him, I said, dip your fork. And he's like, okay. And then he dipped his food and dipped his fork. But I didn't say anything, so I don't want to be like, stop it, But I was like, I actually wanted to see how much difference him and I would have just based on these two techniques, same food, same time of eating, same everything. It was like triple, at least, like triple of the dressing that I ate, simply because your food can grab way more dressing than your fork. Learn to enjoy the food by itself, right? Learn to enjoy the meat taste, learn to enjoy seasoning taste, learn to enjoy vegetable taste, carb taste, right? Let's bring our taste buds back alive instead of only wanting butter and cheese and sugar. Not that cheese is bad, just working it. Okay, so whey protein cooked or raw. This is a great question. It comes up all the time. Weigh it how you track it. That's it. Weigh it how you track it. I never weigh protein raw because I don't think it's sustainable in terms of I don't cook one portion at a time. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I mainly eat rotisserie chicken, so it's already cooked, but you usually don't cook, okay, let me pull out my 4.5 frozen chicken breast, and then I'll cook it. And then it's like, well, that's a pain in the booty because then you have to do that 20 more times right throughout the week. So I always cook in bulk. I weigh everything cooked except like oats, cottage cheese, obviously, all of that. Now, quick side note too, with rice and pasta, sometimes it's hard on my Fitness Pal to find an option that is cooked. They give you the raw weight. Good. So here's personally what I do, and I have tested this method by weighing it raw, cooking it, and then weighing it cooked. So this is just personally what I have discovered. Definitely my clients, you can use this. So if something, one sec, sorry. Goodness. So if something still, reframe. I'm so just like getting over COVID the last like few days. So just getting back. Okay. With pasta, usually a serving size is 2 ounces. Okay. I think that's 56 grams. It will often show up as 56 grams on my Fitness Pal. I'm not weighing it raw. Okay. It's way too time consuming. So what I do is I double it minus just a little bit. Oops. Okay. I double it and minus it just a little bit. So if it's 56 grams dry, I will weigh 100 grams cooked and I'll track it as 56 grams raw. If I want to track 30 grams raw, and I'm just talking carb, I'm just talking rice and noodles at this time. If I want to eat 30 grams raw, I'll track and eat 50 grams wet. Double minus just a little. Okay, I hope that helps. Oh my gosh, how interesting. As a Wisconsin girl, I didn't know people didn't eat cheese with every meal until I moved out of Wisconsin. Subconscious programming at its finest. You don't even know. You're just living your life based on what you know, right? That's amazing. Hey, if you love cheese, for anybody, try what's it called, ladies? Something yeast, nutritional yeast. It's really good. High protein, very low carb. It's like 2 grams of protein. Very low carb. It's just a seasoning, but it tastes like cheese. It's really good. You can put it on popcorn even. Okay, good. I need to hurry up, you guys. I have 9 minutes. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to just go right in, okay? Next, going off track during travel. I'm just going to lay out some things, okay? I have no fridge. I'm in a hotel. What am I supposed to do? Daily grocery store runs if possible. Here's a few things you can get. Cold chicken breast, like New Seasons. They just have like, it's almost like a Tupperware, but it's like a to-go Tupperware of cold chicken breast. Pre-made salads, like New Seasons. Actually, anywhere. Even Safeway has these pre-made salads. Watch your fat. A lot of those salads have so much fat. Pre-made sushi. I would say just a rainbow roll and eat half the rice. I take all the fish off and I eat half the rice, cut the rice in half, put all my fish back on. Gosh, sorry. Pre-made hard-boiled eggs you can buy from the deli section usually, or Costco. Single-serve cottage cheese. I love that one. Good Culture is my fave. Single-serve non-fat Greek yogurt like Chobani. Single-serve hummus and pretzel, or buy a little bag of carrots and even a little hummus thing. You can get lunch boxes that the walls freeze. It will last you a little bit. Bring a cooler in your hotel room. Bring a cooler if you don't have a fridge. Okay. Yeah, so I have no idea what to bring. A cooler. That's what I said. Pack your normal essentials. I take my rotisserie chicken Tupperware and I stick it in my cooler. Literally. So I have meals right there. I think sometimes we make it way too complicated, right? There's a solution for every single thing. A few things that don't need a fridge. Lean body protein shakes. These are my favorites. So good. I love salted caramel. 40 grams of protein. They are a meal replacement. It is not a way to isolate. Jerky, low sugar. Hip peas or Quest chips. I would say Quest chips because they're high protein. Hip peas. Yeah, good. They're like Cheetos, but they're made out of chickpeas. They're really good. Good source of fiber. Fruit, dried fruit. Nuts, veggies like cucumber and carrots. They last quite a while. Bell pepper, that's the thing. Tons of water. Bands to train. Bring your bands. Cool. I'm going to just nail through these last two. I have no energy to track. I'm so tired. I don't want to deal with tracking. I just want to freaking eat. what is taking your energy? That's the first thing we need to bring into awareness. What's taking your energy? Become aware so you can make changes as needed, because very little should come above your fitness and your nutrition. And I say this cautiously. Taking care of your children and your family should not come before your nutrition. You should create the space to be able to take care of them well and have the space for your nutrition. If you take care of yourself and your nutrition and your fitness as a priority, not taking off of your children, not taking off of your family, but setting that as a high priority, you can serve your family way better. You're setting the example for your family. You have way more energy to love on your kids, to run with your kids. You have way more energy to be intimate with your partner. If your fitness and your nutrition are lacking in any area, these other things will lack. These other things will suffer. It's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the beast. Seriously, if you feel like crap, how can you have the best energy and the best presence and set the best example for your family? It's impossible, because you're pouring from an empty cup, right? So all those wonderful family ladies out there that's like, I just want to serve my family, I don't have time for this other stuff. Your priorities are just a little bit mixed up. They're just a little bit mixed up. Take away from things that aren't serving you, like scrolling social media. Pre-plan your macros instead. Okay, cool. So here's the other thing. If you have no energy to track, pre-plan. So type in your whole MyFitnessPal the night before or first thing in the morning. Then it takes minimal brain power to just follow it like a meal plan. You already know what you're going to eat, and you already know what you need to eat to be successful and to feel good, right? To feel really good. It's not just about fat loss. It's about feeling good in our skin, feeling good in our body, in our brain. Okay, next one, last one. I have no energy to cook. Instead of cooking when you're hungry, which never works, cook either bulk for the week or cook one day in advance if you don't want to eat the same thing. Cook one day in advance. So take 20 minutes the night before and cook all your food for the next day. You'll see a lot of success, actually. It's really empowering, really nice. Okay. Cool. Moral of the story: don't ever cook or shop when you're hungry. You'll usually opt not to cook and eat like a toddler. And when I say toddler, I mean all the snacks, just all the random snacks. Okay, cool. Ladies, you're wonderful. I'm going to give you your challenge for today. Okay, go into your fridge or your pantry, find something that is, yes, Tiara, it is so great for busy days, always. Find something in your fridge or pantry that is just not serving you or not serving you and your family. Something that, in my mind, is just like poison, right? These processed foods, these crappy foods, it's actually poisoning us, because if we only ate that, we would get sick and die. Whoa, right? Think about that. So take something that is hurting you, take a selfie of you throwing it in the trash, okay? Not to celebrate wasting food, but our health and our everything is more important than wasting $3. Come on, right? Let's put our health and nutrition first. Okay, ladies, awesome. All my premier clients, pop over to Mighty Networks. We'll get going with Mindset University. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk more about mindset, but I'm going to help you make small shifts so you stop being defeated in your fat loss and learn to just love the process, enjoy the process. Okay, ladies, great. I'll see you later. Oh, sorry, last thing. I couldn't figure out how to screen share with the form feedback, so I did a video. I recorded a video, and I linked it in the replay list. Today, I will do it again, but I'm going to try to go live with my tablet. Okay, so we should be good to go. You ladies have been amazing dropping all of those videos, so I will just keep doing those form feedbacks today, and I'll probably do it tomorrow as well. So keep putting them in there too if you'd like. And every video, every comment is an entry to win this 12-week full-on macros and weightlifting program. Cool. Okay, ladies, I'll see you later.